Imagine a world where millions of children die every year from diseases we now consider preventable. One man, quiet, unassuming, and relentless, changed that reality forever. Welcome to our channel, Timeless Inspirations, where we bring you powerful life stories and biographies that inspire across generations. Today, we dive into the extraordinary life of Maurice Hilleman, the father of modern vaccines. Maurice Ralph Hilleman was born on August 30th, 1919, on a small farm near Miles City, Montana. Life was harsh. The Great Depression loomed over his childhood, and tragedy struck early. He lost his mother and twin sister at birth. But even in the face of loss, Maurice possessed a quiet, unyielding determination. He excelled in school, driven by a curiosity that refused to be contained. By 1941, he had earned a bachelor's degree in microbiology and chemistry from Montana State University. Just 3 years later, he completed his PhD at the University of Chicago, making a startling discovery. Chlamydia trachomatis, long thought to be a virus, was the cause of certain diseases. For Maurice, this was only the beginning. World War II erupted, and the world needed heroes, though not all wore capes. Some wore lab coats. Maurice began his career at E.R. Squibb & Sons, developing a vaccine to protect U.S. troops against Japanese B encephalitis. Lives were saved, and the young scientist knew he was on the path to something far greater. Between 1948 and 1957, at the Walter Reed Army Research Institute, he dove into the mysterious world of influenza. Here, he uncovered the secrets of antigenic shift and drift, mechanisms that explained why the flu could strike repeatedly, year after year, and even spark global pandemics. And then came the 1957 Asian flu pandemic. The world was panicking. Hilleman, he didn't flinch. Within weeks, he and his team developed a vaccine against the Hong Kong flu, producing 40 million doses and averting a global catastrophe. The speed, the precision, the impact, Hilleman had already proven he could change the course of history. Later that year, Maurice joined Merck as Director of Virus and Cell Biology Research. His mission? Tackle the impossible. Develop vaccines for viruses that had no known cures. One of his most personal stories of his life illustrates his relentless dedication. In 1963, his daughter Gerald Lynn came down with mumps. Most fathers would have comforted their child. Hilleman? He took the virus from her, studied it, and created the mumps vaccine, later known as the Gerald Lynn strain. This vaccine became a cornerstone of the MMR combination, protecting children from measles, mumps, and rubella worldwide. Hilleman's list of achievements reads like a roll call of medical miracles. The hepatitis B vaccine, saving millions from liver disease and cancer. The chickenpox vaccine, offering childhood relief from a once unavoidable illness. The Hib vaccine, slashing infant mortality from bacterial meningitis. Vaccines from meningitis, pneumonia, and pneumococcal diseases, transforming public health globally. Each of these breakthroughs came not from convenience or comfort, but from long nights in the lab, from risks, from relentless pursuit of knowledge. He characterized deadly viruses, uncovered their secrets, and translated science into life-saving tools. Pause here and imagine the stakes. Without Hilleman, countless children would still be dying from diseases we now take for granted. The world might look very different today. Maurice Hilleman's work didn't just save lives, it changed the very course of public health. The measles vaccine alone has prevented approximately 1 million deaths worldwide. Hepatitis B immunization drastically reduced infections in young Americans and opened doors for safe organ transplants globally. And yet, he avoided fame. Hilleman was the quiet hero, once calling his work the best-kept secret among the lay public. Even after retiring from Merck in 1984, he continued guiding the Merck Institute for Vaccinology until his death in 2005, always focused on the mission, never the accolades. The world eventually recognized his genius. The Albert Lasker Public Service Award, 1983, the National Medal of Science, 1988, the Albert Sabin Gold Medal Award, 1997, election to the National Academy of Sciences and the National Academy of Medicine. Dr. Anthony Fauci called him one of the true giants of science, medicine, and public health. Dr. Paul Offit described him as a visionary, a master at turning research into practical vaccines that saved millions. And today, the Maurice R. Hilleman Chair of Vaccinology at the University of Pennsylvania continues his mission, inspiring new generations to face infectious diseases with courage, intelligence, and relentless determination. Maurice Hilleman's story is proof that one person's vision, intellect, and perseverance can reshape the world. He showed us that science isn't just about experiments, it's about humanity, compassion, and the relentless pursuit of solutions for those who cannot fight for themselves. The next time you hear about vaccines saving lives, remember the man behind them, a man who quietly changed the world one life at a time. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless inspirations.